Happy Monday, guys. Today's workout is for time 21, 15, 9 of burpee box jump overs and front squats for today. So the point of today's workout is mostly on the front squat, and we're trying to go heavy on those front squats. You might not have a barbell at home or the weights for it, but maybe try finding odd object that you can safely hold in your front rack position, even if you're doing it kind of like a barrel or like a bear hug hold in front of you, to mimic that front squat position, really being anteriorly loaded here, and use that for the workout. So whether that be like a bucket, whether it has like water inside of it, if you can find like a sandbag, if you have anything like that, you can use that for the front squats and you'll get the same effect out of it. I highly recommend you try and look around, see if you can find something to really kind of get the intent of this workout here. If you go really light, this is going to turn into more of a cardio workout. And if that's the case, that's fine. Remember, if you're going light for this one, let's keep the intensity high. Let's try and go as fast as we can to finish those 21, 15, 9s. If you do happen to find some kind of odd object at home to use for your front squats, then remember to take your time with these. It should maybe take you about 3 to 2 sets to finish the 21s, then the 15s, then the 9s there. Again, this one is more of a leg strength endurance style workout, so try to see if you can find yourself a heavier weight at home. Once you finish this, guys, we're going to finish off with a 2-minute low back stretch and a pancake stretch. So you'll see more details on how to do that in the later videos. Overall, guys, hope you guys enjoy this one. A good start to the week with a leg burner here and a good recovery style afterburner to get you guys going. We'll see you guys next for the warm-up.
Okay guys, for our warm-up today, we are starting off with some alternating Deadbug leg and arm raises. So we're doing this for a minute and we're gonna do 2 rounds of this. So we're gonna start off on our backs here in that Deadbug. So head and neck relaxed, arms are gonna be up in the air, and then I'm gonna bring my feet up. I'm gonna try to keep my legs straight if I can, arms straight, and then I'm gonna alternate. As my right leg goes down, my left arm goes overhead. Never go too low where you start to overarch that back. You want that low back pressed into the floor the whole time. So we're again just switching from one side to the other. Notice how I'm doing this slow and controlled. I always find controlling this movement to be more beneficial, especially since we're just warming up that core. You're gonna do that for a minute, take a little break, and then you're gonna go for another minute. After you're done that, you're gonna go for 3 rounds, starting off with some bent over rows. There is a little adjustment than the normal bent over row because we're doing this from the deadlift position. So normally when we do bent over rows, we would have our object and we keep our legs relatively straight, maybe not fully locked out, but we'll keep them relatively straight. From here, we actually want to be in the deadlift position. So my shoulders are going to be just a little bit ahead of the object, my shins are going to be straight in the air, and of course my back is going to be flat. Notice how my head and neck is neutral, so I'm not looking straight, I'm looking in a neutral position, lengthening the top of my head, the crown of my head all the way down to the bottom of my spine. And I'm just going to squeeze those shoulder blades, pull my object in, and then back down. We're going for a set of 10 of those. Of course, I'm keeping my elbows tucked in tight to my body, and I'm trying to engage those upper back muscles at the top by squeezing them together. Once we're done that, we're going to go for 8 tempo deadlifts. So for our tempo today, we don't actually have a time that we want you counting it out. We just want you guys going slow on the way down. So we're getting to that bottom of that deadlift position, head and neck neutral, push with the heels, open the hip. We're going to squeeze that butt, rib cage is down, and then on the way down, nice and slow, we're going to hinge at that hip, pushing it back. When your hands get about to knee position, we're going to lower the rest of that movement with the legs. So remember, we're not just lifting with the legs, but we're lowering with the legs. You can stand up at a normal speed, go a little quicker. On the way down, we're really slowing it down. Once you're done 8 of those, you're going to go for 6 hang muscle cleans per arm. So in the hang muscle clean, We're gonna start off by standing with our dumbbell. We're gonna push that hip back just like we did in a deadlift, but this time I am looking straight. My back and chest is a little bit taller. I'm gonna think of squeezing my butt, driving my elbow up, and then catching my dumbbell on the shoulder. So again, hips go back, push my elbow up, catch it on the shoulder. Notice I'm not catching it in a dip position for now. We're just warming up with the muscle theme. You can do all 6 on one side, or you can alternate if you like. We're doing 3 rounds of that. We'll see you for the workout next.
Where did you position your rope for your burpees? Then from there, you're going to go into your burpees. So 3 to 5 burpees, finding that rhythm of what the speed is going to be. Are you stepping into it? Are you jumping up for it? Play around with it. What works for you? Okay?
Box jump over. I'm gonna just set up. I'm just gonna use a ball. Notice how my ball is small here, guys. So if you have a small object, I want you guys to emphasize your jump. So instead of being close to it, maybe take a step back and try to hop over it. Okay, almost lost the balance there. So hop over it so you're working on that explosiveness in your jump. Okay, so again, hop over it from a distance, turn around, jump again.
Front squats. So for those front squats, guys, we're gonna keep that weight on that front rack position. So we're gonna really pull our elbows up, flare those lats out so we can stay nice and tight here. Make sure you're in your squatting stance. Again, you can go single arm there, or you can go with that one object right in the middle. We're gonna come all the way down, keeping those knees out, chest nice and tall. Make sure that weight is distributed evenly amongst the full foot, and then drive straight up. As we stand up, think about driving up with those elbows as you come out of the bottom of the squat.
Hopefully you guys hit those 5 rounds. Let's cool off now with some mobility. First stretch, going for 2 minutes, and so you're just holding it in the stretch, guys. For this stretch, again, it's the low back that you're trying to emphasize. So you are going to round your back. You're going to start by being in the seated position. Bring your heels together. Depending on your flexibility, see if you can get your arms underneath it. But if your flexibility is a little bit tight, you can grab your toes, pull yourself slightly forward. If you start noticing that you're kind of comfortable in this position, slide your arms underneath your shins. Where now you're placing your elbows to the floor, bringing you that much lower. Notice how my back is rounded. To get into this stretch, you want to really just kind of decompress and let everything go. So breathe through it, guys, and just relax your body. Okay, so as you're in this position, you want to be relaxed, to let all that tissue in your back just really slowly open it up. If you find that it's hard to breathe, back it off a little bit. Okay, now you're going to create tension. You're not going to really get a good stretch. Okay, so go as low as you're comfortable. If you have better flexibility than me, you really want to get lower and lower and lower, guys, to the floor, where you almost get tucking your belly button in to get your QL of so the low back muscle. When you're done the 2 minutes there, then you're gonna go 2 minutes of the pancake stretch. You don't need a post, but you can use a post if you have something at home, or you can grab a door jamb where you kind of reach in to one side. You wanna kick out your feet as wide as you can. Play around with your position of your toes. Sometimes I'll stretch it with my toes going forward. Sometimes I'll pull my toes in. They adjust the stretch just slightly different, okay? So first I'm gonna start with toes in. I'm gonna grab that post, I'm gonna pull myself in. This one's gonna round your back a little bit as well, but your emphasis is on your groin, so your inner thighs. You're pulling yourself in. If you're not getting much of your inner thighs, maybe bring your toes back or forward, kind of play around with the position of your foot. Or last, like I mentioned, you can point your toes where when I point my toes, I'm able to get a little bit deeper of a stretch. Okay, so play around with it, emphasize your groin. You're gonna hold that for 2 minutes to cool off today, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for the next workout.